Chat! Hello, hello, hello! Give me 1 second, I'm almost done setting up. Sorry, it took me just an extra second. Hello, 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 hello. No arson. Stop arsoning. Let's get started, shall we? Hi. Hello, 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 hello. No arson. Stop it. Absolutely zero arson allowed. None. Absolutely none. No arson. No fire. Thanks for the TTS, Twitch. Really appreciate it. That was supposed to have TTS on it. Oh, because the TTS is limited to 100. That's right. Well, chat has an announcement. We can't hide it any longer. Nat is cute, the cutest even. You know what? This needs to be addressed. Okay? Question for you, chat. Can you hear the music right now? I need to know if you can hear the music. Are you able to hear the music, or is it dead silent for you right now? You can hear the music? Okay. So, yes, address and fix the Babu. Nat is cute, Pat is not. You know what? We are going to address this, okay? We're going to address this right here and now. I am here to address all of the lies and rumors. A lot of people say that I am cute, but I'm not cute. Okay? I need this to be very well known that I am not cute. Okay? I need you to pay really close attention. All right? Because I am here to put it in the form of a song so that you know I am not cute. Okay. Are you ready? I'm not singing. I'm not singing. I'm sorry. That's not happening. Um I know you probably thought I was going to sing, but that is not the case. So, yeah, that's out. Yeah, this is bullshit. No, not yet. Let me get my recorder ready. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Hello everyone. I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat. Uh First off, I saw Pad Pratchew got first. Again, congrats. All the hard work is slowly paying off. Krista, good to see you. Hi there, Pad Pratchew. And make sure to use hi if you want me to say hi to you. Otherwise, I can't say hi to you. Also, hydrate. I saw somebody said hydrate. Although, I am not going to check my posture. You are going to have to eat dirt on that one. This is so confusing without audio. You said you could hear it. Was there no ukulele? Could you not hear it? Please tell me you could hear it. Did I do that whole bit for nothing? You guys said you could hear it. Okay, cool. This is confusing without audio. Yeah. Oh, you're just saying you can't hear me right now. Oh, because you're at work. Right. I was expecting a song. No, it wasn't coming. I'm sorry. I've cut you all from the apology song. But yeah. Yeah, so last time I was on stream, you guys couldn't exactly watch me. The last stream, I do apologize, the last stream was very unwatchable. Now only like 2 of you were here from that stream. And there was a third person who very much should be asleep right now. Go to bed. Wait. Yeah, there's one person who's very much should be asleep right now. Go to bed. Yeah, Ezzy, go to bed. Ezzy is not here. I am talking about you. Go to bed. Also, I think I left a setting on. Hold on. I did. I did leave a setting on. It was making me a little shaded. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. It looks cool. What do you think, guys? On or off? This is on. This is off. On, off. What do you think? Should I leave it on? But anyway, could you even tell the difference? What would you do if I'm not going? Flash, unmod, eat, and umami. There we go. That's what I thought. That a shark. Thank you for the shark. Did I say hi, Gannon? Hello, Gannon. Were there any stragglers in the chat? I see.
Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
It's still so stupidly funny to me. Hey, no, hold on, come on. Why are you doing this? Why would you do this to me? But yeah, anyway, you got a nose with the shading. This is true. I do actually, despite popular or like contrary to popular opinion, I do have a nose. See, I'll turn sideways. Well, I can't look at the screen while you can, but I do have a nose. And the nose knows best. But now you can see the nose better. He's got a nose. Run! Ah! Ah! But yeah, as I was saying, the stream on Friday was just bad. Just bad. It went and was gone and was just and yeah. So I'm going to try again because I feel like I have somewhat shafted the EU gang, because I know they were waiting for that one. I set that stream up specifically for them. It just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, but she sniffs and calls me stinky. What the hell? Don't ask what those fangs do. Hey, yo, girl, what the fangs do? No, I'm not a vampire. Vampires are gross. Stinky. You gang gets eaten, we will remember. But I did construction on my house. I did construction on my house so that I could guarantee the EU stream will happen. Hey, yo, girl, show me what the fangs do. Cute? I'm not cute. Babu's a vampire cat? I have a vampire for a mod. Yeah. I really hope one of my mods doesn't turn out to be like a vampire, have like a vampire OC that they're working with, because I'm going to feel really bad because I didn't cover that beforehand. I'm going to be really upset if one of my mods is like, well, I'm a vampire. And I'll be like, uh-oh. I can only guess at what Nat is saying. Hey, okay. Krista cannot hear us right now, chat. I need you all to do me a favor, okay? I need a really big favor. I need all of you, I'm going to count to 3, okay? Y'all go ahead and type it up in the chat, right? Type it up in the chat, but don't hit enter. Hit enter when I say 3, okay? You're going to type, Krista is cute, okay? Just go ahead and type Krista is cute, and when I say 3, you hit enter, okay? I'm gonna give you a second. Okay, so are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Post it. Krista's cute. Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. You guys are awesome. And now Krista is probably reading chat after typing that out and going, "Wah." No, you can't. You can't deny. Not possible. It only works if you didn't type it. Anyway. I guess. No, there's definitely cuter dream demons. There's not a lot of us, right? And I'm definitely the only one doing this. And there is a distinct possibility that I am the only galactic dream demon. I'm one of a kind. There's no one else like me. Unless anyone happens to know of any other dream demons that were banished into space for thousands of years, left to drift alone without any memory of where home was. Yeah, it's probably just me. It's probably just me, right? Yeah. Also, this music is way too hype. Also, real quick question for anybody who's been here since day one, right? For anybody who has been here for a long time, do you recognize the song playing right now? Even though it just ended. Did you recognize that song? You're probably used to hearing it a lot slower. Because that was my old intro. My starting soon screen, that was the song that went with my starting soon screen. It was just slowed down and edited a lot. I was going to pull it up to show you, but now I can't find it. Go figure. Maybe it's in the archive. Let's see. Was it this one? Why can't I hear it? The heck? Yeah. I found it. I had to pause the music for it, but oh my god, or that's probably loud as heck. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was my old that was my old starting soon screen when I first started. I only ever used it like 5 times, and then I switched to a more generic one. But yeah, there's some quick history for you. But before my ADHD takes me too far, as I wanted to say, EU Gang, you will have your chance again this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Eastern. Central European, sorry. Central European, not Central Eastern. Or daylight, Central Daylight, whatever it is right now. I don't know. But time zones are hard. But you know it's also hard? Writing a schedule. So as of today, we are doing a just chatting stream. I'm just going to be chatting with y'all for a little bit, hanging out. Might be doing some other stuff. We'll have to see. On Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to be playing Suika game properly. I'm actually going to do a proper fruit game stream, but I'm very late to the party because everyone else has already done it by now. Wednesday, taking a bit of a break. Not going to be on. Thursday, we are going to be playing the complex found footage. Cute looking schedule post? No, it's an absolutely normal looking schedule post. It is balanced out because it is an extremely cute pose with a very not cute model. Therefore, it balances out to just being a regular amount of not cute. Just a zero amount of cute. Right? Evens out. Yeah, it's Lethal Company now. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna play Complex Found Footage. I've been sitting on that game for a while, and I finally want to tackle it because it is spooky season. I don't care that it's December. Spooky season is forever. Okay? Spooky season always happens. All right? I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it. So then Friday, like I said, we are going to go for round 2 of the daytime stream from me, which would be the evening time for EU. I'm going to go through all of my slides because I actually made slides that I was going to show off specifically to the EU gang, but the stream crashed. My internet crashed. I didn't get it solved until like the next day. And yeah, Baba will only be loved on Friday. I see how it is. I will shift it around to other days. Unfortunately, I had thought about doing it on Saturday, but I am busy all day Saturday. I'm not even going to be at home. I'm going to be gone for like 15, 16 hours. So no Saturday stream happening, but I might move around. I might move around the day a little bit. We're going to test out the schedule, see how it works a little bit. But for now, we're sticking to mainly this. It'll be Monday and Tuesday streams, Sunday, Wednesday off, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just no Saturday this week because I'm going to be off for 16 hours, not being cute. As it says on the schedule, I am not going to be cute on Saturday, just like every other day.
Patagio wants you to sit up.
No.
Patagio has demanded that you drink something.
Okay. I ran out of coffee. Yeah, I ran out of coffee. It happens. But yeah. So I hope you're looking forward to the schedule this week. I think it's going to be fun. Can't wait to play more fruit game. I want to beat my BS high score because my current high score involved me starting a game and just pressing the button without moving the drop piece until I ran out of room. But I did not move once. I just kept hitting drop. And that's all I did. I just kept hitting A until I lost. And that is that is my current high score. It's like 2,700 something. And it's BS. It's half 1 a.m. Bed is calling. Yeah, Patagio. Bed is calling. A lot of kettles and pots in this chat. That's partially a speed run strat. I guess that's what I did. I guess I sped run my way to like a decent score. And then I've tried to play like a normal person since then and it hasn't worked. So I'm kind of mad. I do not have work on Friday. You will still not have first. But yeah. So. What have I missed? What have I missed? What else has been going on in your spheres on the internet? Maybe some interesting things IRL? Has anybody been to a festival recently? Has anybody been to a really late county fair? Maybe. Does anybody, or wait a minute, counties don't exist ever. Has anyone had a nearby fair or carnival recently? I don't know what a fair would be called elsewhere. To be fair, I've never checked. I'll tuck you in, just wait for a few years. I gotta walk over there. Christmas market or anything? Stay at home. I went to an animation expo and got interviewed by an animation studio for a job. Hell yeah, I hope it works out. Is that something you want to do? Is animation your passion? Well, I hope you get it. I really do. Good luck on that. That animation is a very tough skill in my opinion. I think anybody who can animate are some of the most patient and persistent people ever. Underpaid, unfortunately, which is kind of sad, but it's still a great skill to have, and people make such amazing things. So yeah, I hope you find a job you enjoy and that treats you well. Because it sounds so cool. I would love to animate. I would love to be able to animate. I would love to be able to draw, because you guys have picked up on this by now. I like creating, right? I love creating. So any tool that I could have that would give me the ability to create even more, oh my god, you guys would never see the end of lore videos. I'd become the new Merryweather in a heartbeat, and I'd be doing it myself. Like, it would probably be to unhealthy levels, and y'all would probably be like, Nat, please stop drawing and go to sleep. And I'm like, but I'm almost done. And they're like, but you haven't slept in 6 days. And I'm like, but the buzzards are telling me to keep going, and that if I stop, the squirrels are going to take over the kingdom. With AI or without, AI animation still has ways to go. And I think ethics needs to be more in place than they are now. Which that's true for almost any AI tool. I am a tool. I didn't say it. You're not a tool, Pet Brachu. Nobody in here is a tool. Except for me. I am a complete tool. They waff. Wow. Bog for me, chat. Let's go live dogging. My Merryweather impression is not great. I need to work on it. I'm a hammer. It's how I swim. I don't think hammers can swim. Does he still have the little ink dog barking emote? Isn't it cute how she's asking us to bark? Yes, bark for me. I'll get my Merryweather impression down one day, but his accent is really hard to nail down. It's so hard to nail down. I'm realizing I might need to expand this playlist because it's only 23 minutes long. It's honestly pretty good. Oh, thank you. I hope one day I can just pretend to be Mary, and then Mary will come by and send me a cease and desist. Well, his assistant will. I don't think Mary knows how to file a cease and desist. He's too busy writing. He probably just tried to write one himself, actually, now that I think about it. Nobody clip that. I don't need that to be mine and Mary's introduction. Please do not. I love the bark emote. You guys and your animal theme stuff. I'll tell Ezzy. Why would you tell Ezzy? Because of lore. Like, am I gonna become the new Merryweather lore wise? That's actually the goal. Like honestly, everything Merryweather has done, and like the Astroline stuff. If you have not seen the Astroline stuff, actually, if y'all haven't seen the Astroline stuff, you should tell me, because I would absolutely sit here and watch it with all of you guys. It's very good. But Um, Astroline is goals for me. I want to create something like that with other people as well. I would love to get other people involved. Like oh my God, I would love to have like a VTuber group like that. Oh my God, are you kidding me? You haven't watched it? Good enough for me. That's what we're doing now. Close Chrome, open Opera. Let's see, what order did they debut in? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go all the way back in their Twitter to try to find when they debuted. Oh no. I was there as you and as he talked about it. Interesting. Babu's going to bed. Have a wonderful stream. Have a good night, Babu. Get plenty of rest. Make sure to de-stress. Uh, stay properly dressed. And something pressed. I don't know. It really fell apart right there at the end. Body feels a tiny bit better today. Good. Why can't I find? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find their debut order so that I can show off the videos in the order they went, because the order of the videos actually kind of matters. $8:30, 10:30. Okay, I think I got it. It was Lumi, 8:30, 10:30. Sorry, chat. We'll figure this out soon. I'm having to do a lot of time conversions because they didn't use common times. I want to say it was Nick Fred, or sorry, Lume. Lumi, Nick, Alfide, Fred, Mary. Yep, I was right. It was Lumi, Nick, Alfida, Frederick, Mary. So it figures after I get that. Oh God, hello. It figures after I get that sorted out is when I find this little schedule piece right here that says when everybody debuted, and I'm smart. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look. Like I said, this is a group called Astroline. It is made up of Natalie is not. Thank you for the 7 months. Also, geez, that close up. Is it too close? I gotta fix it again because I used the camera. But anyway, I need to fix this scene too. This whole scene has to go away at some point. But anyway, it starts off with Lumi. Um, whoops. I clicked the button. Now it's all screwed up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right here? No. Right here. Yeah. So did I say Natalie is not? I said Natalie is not, didn't I? Natalie, at least thank you for the 7 months. I am brain dead. Absolutely brain dead. But yeah, it starts off with Lumi, uh, a cute dog VTuber. Awu. Then we had Nick Nocturne, who rose to prominence making the Night Mind series on the also named channel Night Mind on YouTube. Um, then we had Alfide, who I'm gonna be real, I learned about her during this debut. I there's a lot of VTubers. I can't keep up with them all. Frederick Knudsen, who maybe 1 to 10 people out there remember Lauren the Owl, but most people know Frederick as being Frederick Knudsen, the creator of the Down the Rabbit Hole series on YouTube. And then you have Lucius Merriweather, or Mary, writer of the Merriweather comics and founder of Merriweather Media, who was forced to create the company by the government after they audited him from buying too much art out of his personal bank account. Yeah. It's yeah, he accidentally commissioned a little too much art, and now we're here. Crazy how that works. So, let's watch the first video. Oh, look how she's cute. Oh, oh. I love the little spirit just. Uh, uh, uh. Nice cozy looking house. Aww. Aw.
It's a new day, Victor Satana! Ow! But
That's a
first,
mood.
breakfast. Time to go hunt. Ow! Good morning,
Ow.
Grandma. I'll keep being the best version of myself today as well. Ow!
Oh, she's a wolf VTuber, not a dog. What am I talking about? Yeah, she's a wolf VTuber. Oh.
Huh? Oh no! Are you okay? Where are you from? You're a strange one. I've never met someone like you before. How about we get you home? Wherever that is. You just need to make a sound when we are going to the right direction.
I think his name was Mr. Finland or something like that. Um, that like that you keep hearing, that was Mary doing that noise.
This must be it! Let's go, buddy! Excuse me? I'm here to return something of yours.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome to my hall. White hair, and a wolf tail and ears. You must be Lumi, right?
Who are you, and how
Your
did you get outside of my
grandma
house?
told me plenty of you. So, it appears you're having a problem with your own forest, Lumi.
There seems to be something like that. I don't know what's happening. This has never happened before. Or maybe it has. I don't know.
Well, worry not. These halls are safe. As long as the blue flame flickers, shadows cannot touch this place.
What are they?
They are ancient beings, I suppose. Once like you and I. But they fell long ago. Now they feed on grief and loneliness.
Grief? Loneliness?
Your grandmother was a caretaker of these woods. And now, you must take up this mantle. But you cannot. So long.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you're just wandering around, you find some strange human-legged animal, and then you wander into a random door, and there's just a giant guy like, "You must become the spirit of the woods," and you're like, "I don't even go here."
Long as you remain like this.
And it tells me I can't do it.
But how can I stop it? I'm completely okay by myself. I don't know where to start.
This is a curse.
Sir, do you pay
which
well?
many people like you experience. Let's see. You. Take him with you. Maybe he can teach you a thing or two. You see, this little one has a very peculiar ability.
An ability?
He can lead you where you need to be led.
But he led me here.
And you already made a friend, did you not? There's much for you to still learn, Lumi. For now, go.
Oh, and we're back here.
Tapio? Where did you go? Are you telling me to follow you? Wait!
The legs. It's the legs that get me.
What is this place?
Oh.
So I was not the only one led here.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm guessing something similar to you.
A new
What is
challenger
happening in this
appears.
place? I've never seen anything like this.
This is a human delusion, and it's destroying our world.
Huh?
So pay close attention to the credits. You'll notice that Nick Nocturne and Lucius Merriweather are on a lot of them, but I think Mary is in all of them. And that becomes important. Raina, that's her name. I always forget her name. I feel bad. Oh, look, a convenient playlist that I didn't click. That would have been cool. So, why did it go backwards? So, following Lume's debut, where she sang a lot of meme songs. The next one up was Nick Nocturne, who, has, like I said, had created the Nightmind series, a series all about the strange and mysterious things in our world that can't quite be explained by normal means. He's very much that kind of creator, and he's a lot of fun. I would absolutely, if you have not watched him before, you need to. It's so good.
Korkapat, this is Tantamil. Is Mustapheles prepared for visitation?
Holy cats references.
Korkapat receiving. Stopheles is awake and informed.
How's his mood?
Improving.
Let's hope that keeps.
For your sake, yeah. Approach is cleared.
Ooh, I want that house.
I've entered the inner perimeter.
Best of luck, Tantamil.
Are you there? Nick?
There you are, Doc. I missed you.
Feeling well, Nick.
I am. I can help you feel well too, if you're down for it.
Which set of eyes do I
Business
look at?
only.
Suit yourself. Well then, did you enjoy the rain on the way in? The scent of petrichor is delightful, isn't it?
I could smell it from the hallway. You know you can get mold from letting the rain
Cat, I'm not a furry, but I'm not finishing that sentence.
in, right?
But don't you think that would just add to the aesthetic of this place? Bubbles in the wallpaper, a touch of black mold here and there.
I'm not fond of health hazards, Nick. I'm already stuck supervising a demon who insists on playing furry monster.
Ah, silly little humans. You're just so reluctant to relate to anything different to you. Never fails to disappoint me. Oh, look, friends. The incredible hairless ape. How does he do it? Is this easier on the eye, I wonder? Is this what you're into?
Nick?
Gaze upon it in all its unremarkable glory. A regular dude. How magnificent. Yeah, this is hot.
Nick?
Doc, you know I enjoy helping your cute after-school club get into all sorts of scary shenanigans. It's a fun pastime. We've had some laughs, spilled some blood. But do not for a moment assume your quaint containment procedures or attempts to control me are beyond my awareness. I am not like you, and I'm not like the rest of your menagerie. And while I may briefly pretend to be as you are, I implore you to understand that your world is fleeting. The horrors that lurk in planes of reality your human mind is incapable of comprehending would send you into depths of despair. You think you seem scary. An interdimensional cat with 4 eyes is among the lightest abnormalities slipping through the cracks in your own world.
Um, um, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Would, mm, I mean, no, let's just continue.
Are you going to do this every time I show up?
You know I enjoy our dynamic. So, tell me, why are you here?
I want you to take a look at something.
Let me guess. YouTube videos filled with spooky upside-down binary codes. I still get middle school kids tucking my sleeve over this stuff. Half of it's redacted, as usual. You and I need to work on our trust issues, hon.
We started picking up on these readings at increased frequencies a few weeks back.
A few weeks ago? How far back was the first noticeable elevation?
March of
of
2022.
2022.
Right. So I have a story attached to that. I accidentally Well, I don't know, accidentally, yeah or no. I think this is the moment if Ezzy is watching that they are going to pop up and be like, no, it's actually like, um, this was a piece of lore that was pointing back to an event involving Merryweather. And I think there has been some more recent confirmation that I think I might have accidentally influenced it to be a Twitter post with a your mom joke. The prevailing theory is that it's when Mary's first femboy model debuted, and it goes from there. But also in March of 2022, one of the first delusions, as you'll come to learn later, one of the first delusions was shown as Mary teasing the model and him like swishing a drink and going, I had sex with your mother last night. Like, and that got presented to Mary, who thought that was hilarious. So, Urpsel, you ever just start your whole VTuber company off of a your mom joke?
We've witnessed fluctuations since then, but intervals were much longer.
This is not what you usually ask me to help with.
We know you understand when something is leaning too far in one direction. Percentages are concerning compared to the usual movement of the tide, but until we see what it's related to, we can't call threat assessment. What can you tell me?
Summerlands.
What?
Doctor, I think you should leave. I've got some thinking to do.
Nick, I need to know what you know.
Just leave me with the files. I need to cross-reference if I'm going to help you make a case.
Not until you give me your thoughts. Nick?
I told you to leave.
Hot.
Tantamil, I've engaged emergency containment protocols.
Stand down, Corkapat.
Tantamil,
I said stand down. Nick, I don't know why you're reacting like this, but you can talk to me about it. I'm your friend.
Right. Friend. Sorry. I'm...
Oh, we have an ad break. Crap. So yeah, for anybody who doesn't see the ads, what do you think so far? Do you like this style of storytelling? Because I really enjoy it. I think some of the videos were a little slow, but I think that was on purpose. Because the videos do get faster as they go, and I think that was kind of the point, was that they would be um like a little more faster pace as they go, building up and ramping up the tension of the story. So yeah, it reminds me of some SCP animations. Yeah, they're like animatics. A lot like the most of them are, excuse me, animatics, which are like the animatic style. Obviously, they're not actually animatics. They're way too polished for that, but it's still that animatic style of just like moving images or like images sliding. They're not really animated. They're more just like stuck where they are and then they move somewhere else and then they move somewhere else, like that kind of thing. But I'm actually going to take this opportunity to go grab some coffee. So I will be right back. As soon as I remember how my stream works. Is this it? Is this the one? Okay. Sorry about that. Ah. Back over here with you. Sorry, I had to go grab some coffee, but welcome back everybody from the ads. I went ahead and paused while we were waiting for the ads to be done. So let me go ahead and pause the music and we will continue with the video. Actually, let me rewind a little bit.
Sorry. You deserve better. To tell you the truth, I do care about this world. I can never be fully a part of it, but I enjoy it nonetheless. What you found, you made the right call bringing it to me, but there isn't time for protocol. It's been too long as it is. I need to find a way to fix this.
Being vague isn't helping us.
Do you have any leads on activity anywhere suggesting the cause for fluctuations?
Reports turn up nothing across the band. No usual suspects or even new leads.
Then being vague is all I can give you until I see what's going on. Someone did something bad. That much I can tell. And if immediate action is not taken to rectify it...
What?
I'm asking you to trust me right now. You need a threat assessment, right? I'm going to do what I do best, real quick. You won't even miss me. Understand?
Nick, you can't leave. We have containment procedures in place.
Silly humans.
That's
Give this to
cute.
the higher-ups. They'll know what to do. It should buy us a few weeks, and if I'm gone longer than 5 minutes, I'm getting the blame, not you.
A few weeks?
Now, while it has been lovely as always to have you visit, Doc, I am afraid I must bid you farewell for now. I'll see you at the end of all this. Call it overtime, and start thinking of my bonus.
Nick?
Nick knows something big is
I'll
up.
be back to check on you, Nick. I'll deliver this.
I've seen a great many things in this life. By their calendar, it's been a couple centuries worth of experiences. Horrors beyond imagination. Beauty beyond description. Humanity at its best and worst. Abominations from outside. Monsters from within. I've seen the very fabric of this reality stretch and warp around me in every summoning I've ever been through. And I've already learned, when it comes to humanity,
That's a
that
lot
their
of
most
books.
destructive nature is born of delusion made manifest.
Delusion made manifest. I didn't catch that the first time. That's a line that's been reused a lot, especially in Mary's lore. Huh. That's different.
A delusion made manifest to this extent will tear all realities apart. Shit.
I love it. That's so good. Yeah, but yeah, that was Nick Nocturne's lore. Following up Lumi's, it was had a lot more detail in it. And definitely made like if you know Merryweather's lore, which would take forever to watch through. I think he's got like an hour and a half of lore videos. But um if you have watched all of his, there was so much said in just that video that hints to so much going on. Um, and there's actually some loose ends from that video that have not been addressed yet, that have not been tied off by the Astroline lore yet. So we're supposedly getting another lore drop soon. So look forward to that. The next one was Alfide. I have heard there was some spicy tea involving her, but I'm looking past that. For what I could gather, it was mostly just a couple of people riled up looking to be angry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and note that now. I don't care. So yeah, unless I see something like really serious, like whatever. But yeah, I had not heard of her before this. So I was actually very curious to learn about her, and I feel like this video did a lot to teach us who she is. Also, I don't know why YouTube keeps turning my volume down. A shield maiden in battles of old. Aw. Oh.
Is this truly it? The Hall of the Slain? Valhalla?
Yes. Though it has seen greater days.
Seems pretty empty.
Allfather.
Welcome, Alfilda, to Valhalla.
I did not think myself worthy. I was, but a simple shield maiden, one among many. I did not think the great Odin would ever see me worthy.
Few are worthy these days, as you see.
Forgive me for asking, Allfather, but I was always told that Valhalla is where all the great warriors go, where the gods live, and where the Valkyries serve. Where is everyone?
They're all gone. You are the last of my Einarjer.
How could that be?
Times change. Humans find new gods. And then they forget. I am the last to leave this great war. And I have overstayed my welcome. As all my children ascend, my time has come as well.
But there are still those who believe in you. There are still warriors that shout your name in battle. How can you disappear? You cannot. You are the Allfather, the one and true God.
Alfilda, I watched your adventures with great amusement. Everywhere you went, I followed. Wherever you traveled, you made people laugh. You inspired people. And you fought great battles alongside them. And in the end, just like those legendary fools you looked up to, you died by facing death head on. You humans. Such brave creatures.
Where will you go, Allfather?
I haven't the faintest idea, child. Somewhere interesting, I hope.
What of the Einherjar? As long as there's battles to be fought, there are souls that need to be guided.
There are no more Valkyries,
So I suppose they will have to do with no guidance at all.
No! You cannot let that happen!
Oh, he
The
disappeared.
Anariad of the future are lucky indeed to have such a determined Valkyrie.
What?
I waited for you because I knew you would be the right one. Not the strongest, nor the wisest. You are brave and kind. On Midgard, that means you die forgotten. But in Valhalla, that makes you exactly what I need. Carry it with kindness, Alfilde, Odinsdóttir.
Oh,
Oh, Father?
and now he's gone.
Odin?
Get back here. Or, hold on. Get back here, you big bitch.
No.
Aw. He's the cutest. Oh. Well, he's dead.
Even without the Allfather, still holds power? Of course.
Ow, my head. Ow, my eyes. Ow, my dog.
And
That is a
1,000
very
years
determined
did
face.
pass, and millions perished with it. For humanity will always find a reason to quarrel. And yet, Valhalla will always be there to welcome home the tired souls who fought in man's wars to a well-deserved rest. Valhalla must always be there. I will see to that.
So yeah, that was Alfida Odinsdóttir. I butchered that. Sorry. But yeah, I think she Lumi had the most heartfelt. Um Nick had the most detailed. And I think Alfide so far had the most hopeful. Because that's what that feels like to me. It feels like them being like hopeful for the future, that kind of thing. That's how it feels to me. Second to last, we have Frederick Knudsen, who his was interesting. And I hope your noodles aren't fully baked right now, because you're gonna need them.
I have spent eons formless. I have seen time as one contiguous line until now. Books are such a human thing. The sword was a natural progression of the fist and tooth. But books? Books are a replacement. A replacement for memory. Perfection that the human mind could never achieve. How can I understand this place if I do not suffer the same limitations? the same temptations. Histories of Egypt, histories of Rome, individuals of import. Man's greatest civilizations have so many stories, and with only 2 eyes, I can read them one at a time. How delightful. This can't be a rift? I did not think this was possible. Why did I not see this before? Or perhaps it is recent damage. If the rift has spread... No, it can't have. I would have known. This must be an isolated incident. Oh no. Please, no. Open.
That's so cool. Ah!
How is it this deep? It's like somebody ripped out a hangnail.
Oh. Big. Very big.
A creature within the library? What is this feeling? Fear? Confusion? I see now. You are a personal account. Fawning. Loathing. It is an account of Caligula. They are all contradictions. I see. It is hatred. Too much. It is too much. The rot. It is irreparable. How foolish of me. I truly thought a single biased account could cause this. The limitations of being human. I saw too little, and so it ends in madness. I have failed.
Have you?
You,
Hello, Blarkin.
Caligula.
Not quite. More so a collective perception of him. All the contradictions as well.
The library is dying. Do you know what is causing it?
Haven't the faintest idea.
Then this is the end.
Really? Well, that's defeatist of you.
The mirage of an assassinated tyrannical...
Sorry to break the news, but Tony Stark just died. Like, the character? Because that happened a couple years ago. Unless you mean in the comics, in which case that happened a decade ago. Unless you mean the actor, in which case I'm going to be very sad. Oh, no, you know what? I get it. Yeah, we were at the very least, we were not going to get like that Tony Stark Iron Man back. That just wasn't gonna happen. I kind of figured that much because I don't know. It would water down um the ending of Endgame. And I think if they were to bring Tony back, it would it would kind of dampen any future movies. Because in a future movie, if somebody died, somebody else that like every character, everybody watching the movie would see a character die and go, "Oh, it doesn't matter, they'll come back. It's just for this movie." Like, yeah, like Goku's gonna live. Everybody's gonna get brought back. It doesn't matter, and I think they want to avoid that. So yeah, we're never getting just straight up Tony Stark Iron Man back. Um, there is there is a way, which if you haven't read the comics, you should. There is a way to bring Robert Downey Jr. and therefore Tony Stark back into the MCU, but I don't see it as sustainable. Or maybe it's a one-time part. But there is a way to bring him back, but I don't it wouldn't be the same, right? And if we got another Iron Man like a variant, it should be another actor, right? Because we've already felt the impact of what it's like to bring back someone from death with a variant played by the same person. No one cared. It was literally like, um, shoot, what's her name from um from Guardians of the Galaxy? Gamora. Yeah, it would literally be like Gamora just like Gamora's death did not matter at all. Like she didn't have a death. They basically just retconned her character entirely. And eh, it's Gamora from another universe, but it's the same actor. There's nothing different about her other than her personality and that she doesn't have the same memories. She remembers nothing of what happened, but she's still effectively the same person. And that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter that we got that. And Marvel did Ironheart dirty in Black Panther too. Like, she should not have had what they did in um what they did in Wakanda Forever because they literally upgraded her to like this super powerful suit very much in the same way that Spider-Man got during what do you call it, during Civil War, and that he had during Homecoming that he lost. Like, he got that suit right away, and then like Tony took it from him during Homecoming. But the way they did Ironheart, it would be like he got the spider suit in Civil War, and then at the end of Civil War, it was like, "All right, I'm gonna need the suit back. You can't have that. We can't let you have that." Like, huh? Like that's like teetotal BS. They just took her suit. They gave her like a super advanced suit, and then took it back, and we're just like, "Yeah, you can't have this. Sorry." Nah, let her have the suit. Fuck you. Now we have to watch her start from scratch again, which we already did. So let's see. Originally, Ironheart was supposed to discover one of Tony Stark's labs and become a superhero that way. Tony Stark was supposed to be alive using AI and turn Tony Stark into Jarvis. Yeah. Yeah. Tony basically like copied his brain and stored it in like an AI program, and she found the AI. So in the way that Jarvis was the AI, suit AI for Tony, Tony is the suit AI for Riri. And that that's probably not going to happen, sadly. So it is what it is. But I think that's how they could bring him back, is him becoming the AI for Ironheart. But I have a strong feeling Ironheart's not happening anymore. The MCU is going through some radical restructuring as Disney is trying to cut costs. So we're um we're probably not getting Ironheart. I hate to be the breaker of bad news on that one, but it's probably Ironheart's probably not happening. Blade is probably not happening. Several of the TV shows probably not happening. They're shifting the style of the TV shows. They're saying that they want to do full 24 episode seasons of episodes, which means we're just going to get the same TV drivel again. We're going to lose the benefits of these like 8 to 10 episode series. Like it's kind of, we're just going to get a lot of filler. Like that was the benefit to the way that the Marvel shows were, was they took out the filler, and we got to see what happens when you leave in the filler and try to fill out a season. You get what happened with Agents of Shield. So I think the MCU is going to become very disappointing in the near future. But part of the problem is like they have to cut a lot of stuff out because the MCU is not working. The plan was to continuously expand it over time, and trying to expand it failed. Trying to do too much with a single person calling the shots at the top for every story decision. Kevin Feige, I'm pretty sure doesn't even sleep anymore. Like, I'll be shocked if he gets any sleep. But there's so much miscommunication that a lot of storylines are not, like, the math ain't mathin'. Like, there are things happening in one show or movie that don't match up with something that's happening in another show or movie, and it's leaving people like, "What the fuck am I reading? Or what am I watching? This doesn't match up at all." And I will say blame Disney. I don't think this is Disney's fault. This was not Disney's fault because this was Kevin Feige's plan from the beginning. Disney had nothing to do with it. If anything, Disney is the reason everything's being cut, because the plan was to start off with the Avengers for phase 1 and then slowly expand the universe, start building out from there to the part where we have some comics as TV shows, we have some comics as movies. It would basically be like the the TV shows would be like the regular comics, and the movies would become the event comics, like Civil War, Civil War 2, um, Secret Wars, Avengers versus X-Men, uh, other the Infinity thing. Like that's the Infinity series. That's what the movies were going to become. They were going to start off the series with movies, and then, or the franchise with movies, and then it was going to break down to TV. The characters would be introduced in TV, and then the big events would happen as movies, and that got fucked. The Boys show does what the MCU can't do. It's surprising that Seth Rogen is a writer for it. I don't like comparing The Boys to the MCU. They are two entirely different beasts. The Boys is like single plot line. Um, it's not that deep because the MCU is trying to show every corner of the world, every corner of the universe. Meanwhile, The Boys is pretty much flattened down to this back and forth between The Boys, Homelander, and whatever bullshit one of their one ally or another is up to at the time. It's super limited. The Boys had the Vegan show and it was good. I'm sure it was. I lost interest. They're gonna have a Mexico spinoff too. I don't. The Boys has a long way to go before it's matching up to something like the MCU or DC. You don't like The Boys? It's a show of all time, in my opinion. It is. It exists. Um, but I think the series is dampened a little bit by its focus on gore. Invincible suffered the same thing. Invincible is better, in my opinion. I think it's telling a compelling story, but it kept getting distracted from the compelling story by just making it gorier unnecessarily. Like the comics, they were gory, but the show is just adding in extra gory stuff that wasn't in the comic that has no purpose other than to be like, look, Omni-Man bad, which the source material does perfectly fine on its own. We don't need extra gory scenes to prove that. It'll do fine. So no, I don't compare like The Boys, Invincible, none of it matches something to the scale and style of MCU. And while yes, I am very quick to admit the faults with MCU, I also don't think it's just some project that's being cranked out to benefit off of a wave. If anything, The Boys would not have happened if the MCU movies weren't published. Like if Iron Man didn't do well, we wouldn't see The Boys, we wouldn't see Invincible, we wouldn't see we wouldn't have seen the DC universe, like none of that would have happened. 'Cause nobody cared up until then. We were never going to have that, like nobody expected to ever have Spider-Man with the X-Men with Fantastic Four on screen because it was just like it was too expensive. No one's gonna want to do it. And the problem is MCU has kind of proven to be not possible because it's too much. And the TV shows get cranked out at insane rates, which I do have a little bit of beef with Disney and Marvel because they tried to rush out She-Hulk. The story was absolutely just slammed together. And then they released She-Hulk and went, well, everybody hates it, so they must not like MCU TV shows. It's like, that's not, no. We didn't like it because we don't like MCU shows. We didn't like it because we didn't hate it because it was like an MCU show. We hated it because it was slammed together and it made no sense. And there are plot lines that we're not going to see resolved from that show for like another fucking 5 years. So why do we care? Half of that show didn't even have anything to do with She-Hulk. You should have stuck with what you were going to do originally. You should have stuck with what She-Hulk was going to be in the first place, which was an Ally McBeal style like procedural. or court procedural. You could have just done the fucking Judge Judy of TV shows. It could have just been back-to-back superhero cases, like an anthology of superhero cases, and people would have watched that. People would have loved that. They would have paid money to see it over and over. Like, it you had you had such a good idea with She-Hulk, and instead, you did whatever the fuck that was, where you couldn't decide on the storyline, so you had Jennifer hop out of the fucking Disney Plus screen. Congratulations, now you can't air that on TV, you dumbasses. Now she pops out of Disney Plus and pops into the real world to go to the Marvel writing room to then find that Kevin Feige is like a fucking robot. And I what did this have to do with anything? It had nothing to do with it. Also, I'm becoming more and more convinced that Deadpool 3 is just the first X-Men movie. Um, I'm getting I think they're just remaking the first X-Men Fox movie. It's something I feel like it's just gonna be the first X-Men movie. So, look forward to that. Um, Cruise, also since we're on this tangent, MCU reminds me that of another project that never went anywhere because I didn't care the build up and anything, just jump into the deep end. What would that be? Deadpool 3, I heard, would be a multiverse movie, but for Deadpool, it would work. Well, I think that's basically the gist, is that Deadpool is traveling around because at the end of Deadpool 2, he steals, um, Cable's watch that lets him travel through time, but it gets repaired by somebody else, so they could probably hand wave that as blah, 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 he accidentally travels a multiverse, something, something, I don't know. But, um, yeah. Oh, the Monsterverse? Yeah, Monsterverse was half-baked. Or the Dark Monster. Yeah, it was the Dark Monsterverse. They Universal figured that they made the same mistake DC did, where they just assumed that they could just start a franchise within 1 or 2 movies, which technically they did worse than DC. DC at least made it through 3 movies before they tried, like, getting to Avengers level stuff. They at least made 2 movies beforehand. They made Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, and then Justice League, whereas Universal just jumped straight to the fucking Avengers. Like, they did not skip a beat. They went straight to an Avengers level threat and were just like, "Yeah, we can start in the middle. That's fine. Let's just let's just have a fucking Thanos level threat just pop up and we'll just call it good." They can say Deadpool being Deadpool and somehow fuck up and cause a multiverse. Uh, well, since we know how the multiverse is put together now, that won't happen unless they just turn around and retcon some more recent stuff. Um, Spoilers for I'm not gonna say what show because that'll give away the whole bag. But it was recent. That is the most I will say is it just happened. But yeah, no, we are there's a lot what I'm trying to get at is, we're getting onto deep tangents, but I wanna know now, please. You gotta catch up on the MCU. Just go I mean, I'm talking about a show dealing with the multiverse. Go watch Loki. What else do you think I'm talking about? Like, go watch Ant-Man Quantumania or Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, then watch Loki, and you'll be all caught up. In fact, if you haven't seen Loki at all, watch the first season, then Quantumania, then the second season, and you'll understand everything. And the sad part is that's all we've gotten for phase 4 and 5. There was supposed to be so much more. And 2 seasons of a show and a movie as far as we've gotten into the Secret War, like the Secret War timeline. I've already done that. Well, not everybody has, so I'm not gonna spoil things. That is why I'm saying, like, even if you have, other people might not have. So I'm not about to spit out spoilers for a show that, like, just finished up, like, a month ago. Right. So I'm trying to be patient because not everybody has Disney Plus right now. Some of us live in the broke life. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we're never gonna have the magic of MCU is gone. Um, they killed it by overloading Feige. Feige should have not been heading the ship by himself. He should have put more trust in showrunners. He should have had a little better communication system, making sure that certain plot lines are being communicated to everybody so we're not having to constantly retcon shit back and forth. And honestly, the lack of communication goes all the way back to the first Thor movie. It isn't new. We saw the first signs of a fuck up in communication in the first Thor movie because one of the things they show off is the Infinity Gauntlet. And then it was in phase 1. Go back and look. The Infinity Gauntlet fully completed with all the fucking gems in it was there in phase 1. And then they had to fast forward to, yeah, in the vault. And by Ragnarok, they had to, which I'm so confused. It's actually they spent a while trying to retcon that shit to the point that by the time they get to the dwarves, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they said it was a fake, right? But that still doesn't make any sense because you cut forward to the dwarves and I forgot his name, but he's like, Thanos just left with the glove. A copy of the gauntlet that was made later in the series. That's the problem though. That's the problem because according also to the MCU, Thanos made the gauntlet right before Infinity War. The way they made it sound in Infinity War was that Thanos had just come by not long ago, had the gauntlet made, killed all the dwarves except for one, had the last dwarf make the gauntlet, and then left. Which means the fact that the gauntlet is there in the first Thor movie makes no sense because how do you copy something that hasn't been made yet? Second, at the end of the first Avengers movie, in the post credits, he goes, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and reaches in and grabs the gauntlet, which he still hadn't made yet. Like, it doesn't line up. The math ain't mathin'. It literally makes no sense. And that to me is a sign that they were just throwing in Easter eggs without like somebody on that design set, somebody on the design team or the set dressers were like, we need to come up with props for the vault. Okay, let's just grab some random stuff from the comics and put it in there. So they just made some random props that would be cool little Easter eggs. And that's most of what phase one was them just putting in random Easter eggs. Go back to Iron Man 2. They showed a half finished Captain America shield, which makes no sense because the Captain America shield was already completed and they use it as a prop for a fucking welder. Second, um, the Infinity Gauntlet was just haphazardly placed in the vault before it was made. I think that's what it was. Was the design team did not have the communication they needed. They were just told, make it work. There wasn't enough controller direction. There wasn't enough communication. And they had to insert a joke later on trying to retcon it and made it make even less sense. They could have, instead of saying it was a fake, you know what would have made much more sense? They could have just said it was a prototype or a mock-up. But instead they were like, fake, and just absolutely fucked up any it making any sense. I think they said it was a half-finished prototype shield. Yeah, but here's the thing. Howard Stark only ever made one. He made the one shield and was like, "That's good." So why was there another prototype when Howard used all the adamantium he had to make the shield? Which is another thing that was said. He said, "I used all the adamantium I had to make this one shield." So now there's just extra prototypes laying around. And remember, it was a big deal that the shield broke during Civil War. Because at the time, they were not under the major impression that that could be replaced. It existed to serve a plot point for Iron Man 2. It was an Easter egg. They could have done anything else. They could have used literally anything else. But that one hurt. That one stings even more because they knew Captain America was already under production. So how? How? And I can tell you how. There was no communication between departments because the whole show, all the shots are being called by a single guy with limited time, just like the rest of us. So every call goes to him. And when you're the head of something that ambitious, eventually you just have to give things the fuck it adjustment. And when somebody comes to you for approval, you go, yeah, that's how this happens. And now the MCU is a mess for the exact same reason because there was not enough communication. And now we're looking at phase four, which was a disaster. Nothing makes sense. Everything retcons each other. Like there's zero continuity throughout that entire phase. a lot of the things that were supposed to be part of Phase 4 ended up becoming part of Phase 5 because Marvel, realizing they're piling up fuck ups, decided we're just going to cut off Phase 4 here. Phase 5 starts now, and now Phase 5 is twice as long as it was supposed to be. Or like 50% longer than it was supposed to be. All I know is it's got way more crap packed into it. And in my personal opinion, they should have spent more time teasing Kang. We've had too much Kang. Way too much. The reason Thanos functioned so well as an impending threat is because we only saw him in glimpses. We saw him from behind in a big old chair, and then the second time he was blurred out. We only ever heard his voice. Little things like that. He was just vaguely referred to, whereas Kang has been in 2 seasons of Loki and a movie and was the main villain of a movie already. And the main villain of a season of the show. And he was one of the protagonist characters. Like he was one of the like good guy characters in season 2. Just mentioned and not appear to the end. Yeah, we should have gotten Kang more sparingly. Kang should have been something that was more hinted at, or we got glimpses at him. Yeah, show him. Great. Show off that he's like an impending threat. Show off that there's more of him. You could have done that better than having given him more than a movie worth of screen time at this point. Like, he has had so much screen time that we've already gotten the satisfaction of seeing him. Which means by the time the Kang's Empire, whatever the fuck it's called, Avengers movie. See, I don't even care. I don't even care to remember what the movie's called. 'Cause I don't care. And it would have worked better if they explained more after introducing Reed Richards. Yeah, they shit the bucket on that one too. Or shit the bed. Whatever. They dropped the shit bucket on that one because now, like, Kang is going to be long gone before we ever have an explanation that he is Reed Richards's grandkid or great grandkid, whatever it was. Sorry, spoilers for anybody if I fucked it up, but I promise the MCU is not going to do this because they can't get their shit straight. Um, Not to mention they've already screwed the pooch on the universe numbering. Like the MCU was supposed to be crap, hold on. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the MCU um I just factory reset. What was I? I just lost what I was saying. Right. The original MCU universe number was that 19999. That was for the longest time the designated universe number. And the comics, the mainline comics designated universe number was 616. But lo and behold, in Doctor Strange, they designate the MCU as 616. And then it was just like, oh, as a little goof up, right? That was a goof up. And then Loki season 2 came out where they also called it 616. The fuck? What the fuck, Marvel? The comic number trumps movie designation? Yeah, I sure wish it worked that way but they just said it's the opposite. They literally just released a book saying that the MCU um trumps the comics. They released a book that also calls the MCU 616 and says that the comics are the old 616. Now the MCU is the new official 616. But the comics still exist? Who gives a shit? Apparently, not fucking Marvel. They don't care. They don't care to have enough communication. They don't care to take time to make a show good instead of crunching employees and keeping them away from their families. They don't care to have an actual system in the studio to try to prevent these issues. They don't care. So why should we? Well, I don't give a fuck anymore. I wanted to see the Marvels, and a lot of people are saying it's bad. I don't care if it's bad or not. I was gonna watch it anyway. I'm actually not going to because I don't care. I don't care. It's crazy that they've somehow done worse than DC at this point. DC had a lot of mischaracterizations, but you know what it was? It kept its shit straight. It was actually continuous, and they didn't have to retcon stuff. It worked on the first go. I have to take my medicine. Also, hi, Fred. I accidentally turned off stream alerts. There's an ad running. Very angry. Also, hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Did the tornado get them? What tornado? All I heard was Marvel and Nat's angry. Somebody brought up the MCU and I went on a rant. Because I don't care about the MCU anymore because they botched it. My time is limited and I have better things to do than watch a bunch of movies that people are making who don't care about them. If I appreciate what Kevin Feige has pulled off. Kevin Feige went from schlepping coffee for the director and the producer at the X-Men movie and the first X-Men movie to being the head of Marvel Studios. He did what what's her fucking face could not. I'm trying to remember her name. What is her name? It's gonna bother me that I can't remember. Lauren Donner. That's her name. Lauren Donner, his whole thing was that he wanted to, or she, sorry, I'm still thinking of other Donner. Lauren Donner wanted to bring together the comics and slowly get the rights for everything because they wanted, like, the Donners wanted to make their own, like, version of the MCU, but way more limited. And they were trying to slowly eat away at it until they had all the rights. And then Lauren Donner carried that over to Fox, and then Fox got all the rights for it, but she was still producing and running the show. And yeah, you're thinking of Star Wars, and her name is Kat something, Kathleen. But anyway, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy. Um, but no, that's Star Wars. No, Lauren Donner could not keep shit together. Just was more wanted to do this big project, but at the same time was just more focused in the moment and had no plan for anything. And we saw what happened with X-Men. We saw what happened. They wrote themselves into a corner so badly they had to reboot the whole series. And Fox was the fun fact, Fox was trying to work out a deal with Sony back in the day to get like X-Men, like the X-Men properties and and Fantastic Four and Spider-Man all together. Because at the time they were seen as the most important part of the Marvel like comics, which Marvel Studios proved that wrong swiftly. I thought X-Men was a standalone thing, not part of a bigger universe. That's what it ended up being standalone because they couldn't get their shit together. Um, and also I personally don't like Laura Donner's work. I yeah. Anyway, and don't even get me started on Kathleen Kennedy. Holy crap. Do not save that for another time. Or preferably never. Anyway, we were watching lore videos. That is a whole stream of itself. Oh my god. Yeah, just how Kathleen Kennedy has run Star Wars into the ground. Uh, I was going to take a break during the ads, but then I just kept ranting. Let's finish these videos up, and I'm gonna go on a quick break. We got a little bit to go, but yeah, for anybody just joining in, hi, welcome in. How are you? Um, I've been ranting to total silence this whole time. That's crazy. I'm so sorry. Um, we are watching the lore videos from the Astraline debuts, which you can see the name, yeah, Astraline Origins up there. Um, yeah, we're in the middle of the fourth one out of five, and this one is Frederick Knudsen. If you aren't familiar with his name, you might be familiar with his work from a series called Down the Rabbit Hole. He was the sole creator of that. He actually released a new video recently, which is a 6-hour deep dive into the history of EVE Online. Oh, very good. He goes over the whole history in detail. But anyway,
Lecturing me.
It's quite good. Imported from a strange land to the east.
You are a peculiar amalgamation.
Everything written about me is incomplete, and the majority of what does exist is wrong. Unreconciled, this entire wing of the library will tear itself apart, and soon, so will the rest.
Then tell me, what manner of man were you? Who was the true Caligula? How am I supposed to rectify this without something, anything reliable about you? Is this history, created by the victorious, documented by the spiteful, archived by the ignorant, and reformed by the rapacious? Is it even limited to history? How deep does this human corruption of memory run? Is all of it a lie? All of it?
Yes. But in the writing of a memory, however incorrect, a new truth is born.
What?
The
hey
sea
Hero,
of
yep,
human
watching Astraline
recollection.
lore videos.
The library. You are a part of it. You are it.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Even if everything written about Caligula was
They're gonna make out.
Even if everything written about Caligula was incomplete, even if the majority of it was wrong, even if the majority of history is wrong, it is someone's lived experience, a narrative to make sense of reality. The experiences of the elevated and the dispossessed are both real. But even when combined, they don't create a complete truth. History is not true. You can stop now.
You can stop tearing apart your library.
Did this lore video bake anybody's noodle there?
I carried the corruption into this place. But where did it come from?
Stories.
Yeah, there wasn't anything else in this one. So Astraline, as for anybody else who's coming in, one of the things I said in the beginning is Astraline is goals. Astraline is absolute goals for me because I want to be able to yeah, hello Ghost Mary. Yeah. Oh, you'll see Mary in a minute. But this is the kind of stuff I want to do. This is my long term right here. Like I want to do this. Not exactly this. Obviously, I'm in no I have no plans to copy anybody, but some of the long-term plans I had in mind are very similar to this. And this is now the second time that Mary has stolen from me. I will not be silenced. I keep writing down ideas, and then Mary turns around and does them. They're on personal notes. I haven't sent them to anybody. How does he keep stealing from me? It is twice now. Let me make my shit. Ah!
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
Thank you for the jump scare. Appreciate it. I hate that. I hate that so much. Um, ooh, the noises are back. Because you write them in the global creative notepad and Mary has access to it. Actually, it's because we have a spy in the community. That's right. I'm watching you, hero. I know why you're here. You're here to steal more of my ideas. Next thing I know, Mary's going to be a space demon. You got me. Yep. See? I know how to spot it. I know exactly how it keeps happening. I won't stand for it. Uh, you missed me making my Mary impression earlier. Because I had said, like, one day I want to be doing what Mary is doing. Like, that's my long-term goal, is to be able to be creating on the same level he is. Because I'm also a writer. Like, at my core, I love writing. I love creating stories. And Mary is living my fucking dream career. So at some point, I want to be doing something very similar to what he's doing. And someone was like, "But can you bark like Mary?" And I was like, "Bark for me. Let's go live dogging." Ah, wow, wow, ah, wow, 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 wow. No, 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 Hero. I have to send you some things. I should show you some things, because when I say, like Mary copied me, I'm not being funny. Mary somehow on 2 occasions has reproduced my ideas almost one to one, including I wrote an idea for someone else's lore video, who I know he didn't tell Mary about it, but I wrote a concept lore, like, write up, which was about somebody trying to come up with a story for themselves and being unable to, and literally writing a story and then crumpling it up and throwing it away, and then writing another story and crumpling it up and throwing it away, like they were creating entire universes and crumpling them up, because yeah, I like, it's literally it is literally Mary's first lore video with the 3 Marys, with Uncle Ike and Femboy. Like, I literally wrote that like 8 months before. And I'm like, as I was watching the lore video, I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." Ah! I was like, "Okay, well, you know what? That's fine, because I have an even cooler idea." Right? I have a cool idea where there's gonna be this, like, central villain, and I'm gonna write this whole story about these VTubers that come together as a collective to fight one of the other ones, and one of them, while you think they're going to be one of the protagonists, or you think they're going to be one of the good people, at the last second they're going to turn out to be bad, and oh my god. I was screaming throughout Mary's debut, which we will watch now so you can see what I'm talking about. Because in all of Mary's videos up until now, he was the protagonist. He was the good guy, just trying to keep everything together.
Since the beginning, we have told each other stories about things we saw, people we met, heroes we looked to in our darkest hours. And it is through these stories that we have pushed ourselves, in spite of our hardships, to live another day, and another, and another. And through eons we struggled ever onward, building towns, cities, and civilizations. And we triumphed over nature. So why after everything does life feel so empty? We live, we struggle, we persevere, and then we win. And then we die. And then, if we are among the lucky few, we become a story. A fragment of us lives on. A caricature of a fragment. Prone to corruption. Prone to bias. Prone to change. Until it is no longer us. Is this really the point of it all? To suffer a lifetime of hardship for only a small chance at becoming a story, only for our true selves to be forgotten. No, I refuse. To my very core, I refuse this fate. I refuse. I refuse! I will not let humanity suffer this fate while the gods of these lands revel in eternity. I will not. I will not. I will not! Stories make sense. The heroes may suffer, but always for a purpose. The villains may get the upper hand, but they always get what they deserve. But in real life, villains win and are free to parade themselves as heroes, while good people suffer and die, forgotten and alone. Where is the sense in that? Are we supposed not to question this? Why is it that stories make sense and reality does not? I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. Someone in a story once said, "If you do not like the world, then change it." So I will. If life does not live up to fiction, then I will change it so that it will. These lands have seen our story since the dawn of all, only a layer removed from reality. They know our hopes and dreams, our nightmares and struggles.
No!
How is this possible? He embodies delusion.
So you came, guardians of the Summerlands. You came.
How is he doing this? What delusion could be strong enough to break through the barrier between the planes of existence?
Hope. It's hope.
What are you doing, Nick?
This is what I feared.
What is?
We are moments away from a total collapse of reality.
What do you mean? What's gonna happen?
I have absolutely no idea.
No longer will I let heroes remain caricatures corrupted by memories. No longer will I let lifetimes of hardship and disappointment and death burden humanity.
You aren't the first to try this!
Let us all live on, forevermore.
Causality will not survive this! Alfilda!
What?
I may not be a god like you, Alfhilda Odin's daughter, but I am the writer of this story, and I can write whatever ending I want.
You don't know what you're doing!
Let fiction and reality be one.
You'll tear both worlds apart!
As it always should have been.
So yeah. Things got a little hairy. They started off everything by introducing everybody, and then finished off the lore for the debuts by ending the world, as one does. Also, I've been reading what you've been saying, Krista. I have not been ignoring you. That fucking sucks. I really hope that works. You get that figured out soon. Ah, God. I'm guessing you finally got the certification. All of it's done. It's over with. It's finished. Because I know you've been struggling with that. Oh, and you want to know another thing? You want to know another fun thing that was going to be part of my old lore? There was going to be multiple of me. I will not elaborate further. I will tell you nothing. But there was going to be more of me. That was one of my earliest ideas. And then Mary started his lore. And then I found a different way to do it. But still there. Run, the gnats are coming. Don't worry, you're safe from the gnats. For now. But anyway. I mean, Nat's double agent. Hell yeah. Give me some of Mary's ideas. Feed some stuff. But reverse the flow for once. Let's get some stuff going my way. What's he got planned? I'm kidding. Don't tell me that. I actually want to find out as it happens. This is all a joke, by the way. I want it to be very clear that I'm being facetious here. I don't think Mary copied me. There's no possible way he could have copied me. I think it's just me and him think alike. So we're just on the same track. He's just a little bit ahead of me. They share the same brain cell. I don't think I can share a brain cell with anybody else. Like, me and Ezzy are already struggling out here. But also, please don't tell Mary I've been talking shit about him. I get, like I said earlier in the stream, I don't want my first introduction to Mary is him hearing me be like, "Damn you! You stole all of my ideas! Fuck you!" Like, I don't want that to be the first thing he hears. Already clip it, please don't. No, I love Mary. I love what Mary's done. I love his writing, how diverse his storytelling is. Absolute goals. An Astroline, I'm not gonna say a word, right? You guys are just gonna have to speculate. Astroline is goals. All I'm gonna say. Astroline is goals. So how long until he writes you in? I don't think I'm ever gonna join Astroline. I don't think anybody's going to join Astroline. I think it's just the 5 of them. I'm pretty sure Astroline was just meant to be like, it was just a group of friends putting together a cool project. I very much don't foresee anything going past that, because that's more people for poor Nadia to have to deal with. And I think I can imagine she's already being pushed to her limit on what she can handle. So I hope nobody else joins. Unless they hire some extra managers to offload her work, because she's basically running Merryweather Media. She's running Astroline. She's running like 3 companies and managing talent. I don't think she needs to do anything else. Knowing him, I think if he hears that, it would just make him play into the villain persona. Yes, I did steal your ideas. Yeah, I could see that. Wait, 3 companies? Well, I think Mary manages one of them, but Merryweather Media, correct me if I'm wrong here. Hero might know this. Merryweather Media is 2 different companies, right? Like, technically. Because there's the I don't remember where the main branch is. I think it's Denmark. Can't remember. And then there's a branch in Japan. So those are basically like separate but connected entities. And then Astroline is not part of Merryweather Media, to my understanding. It is yet again a separate company. So, and poor Reina is like managing all of it. She doesn't need any more work. She started off just trying to keep Mary in check, and now it has blown up on her. Well, it's one company, but they have 2 offices, I believe. One in Singapore and one in Japan. Oh, the other one's in Singapore. Okay. But yeah. Nah. It's a lot to manage. And hell, just trying to keep up with Mary is a full-time job, I would imagine. It's why I'm terrified. Like, long term, I'm going to need a manager, but I am terrified of hiring one. And I've had people offer to be my manager. You don't want that. I promise you, you don't want that. Nobody should ever want to be my manager. That is nightmare fuel. Like, you will die of exhaustion. I have like an idea every 5 minutes, and you never know when I'm gonna pursue one of them. 2 weeks ago, Galactic Dream Demon was not in my head. This was spur of the moment. You see? Like, creatives are one of the most frustrating people to manage, or frustrating types of people to manage. Like, creatives are impossible, because it's like, I would rather herd cats for a living than to deal with like a single creative. Is it every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds? I would say every 5 minutes. I'm not that intelligent. I wish I could think of something cool every 5 minutes, but I would have had a seizure by now, so maybe not. Surely there's somebody that can match pace. Sprickster was looking to be a manager. That was a long time ago. Blarky, I guess you're not caught up. You should go look at Twitter. Yeah, Sprix is on that again, and she seems more serious this time. You should Yeah, it was. She had considered the management thing a long time ago, and I say a long time ago. This was like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. But she had toyed with the idea of being a creative consultant, not a full-blown manager, but a creative consultant. And she kind of dropped it because she was just like, I don't have time, and that's not consistent work, I think was her conclusion on that. But now she's thinking about it again. 1 moment, chat. I'll deal with that later. Sorry, my mother only texts me like 3 times a year, and she just texted me, so I was like, I need to look at this. I can take care of it later. Brickster was looking to be a manager. Is that ever I said retweet again? Yeah, I know how creatives are. Usually be like, all right, I'm gonna go for food, be back in a little. You tell me what you arrive at. Yeah, like it's a nightmare. Could you put in a good word? You gotta warn her against taking me on. Yeah, I thought I forgot already. Yeah, I saw that. I forgot already what Frick said. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, creatives, and I'm speaking as a creative, which is I'm still not used to that, right? Like, it's been, about to raise some questions. It's been like 3 years since I started down the path that led me to here. I was not the creative type. You could barely get me to create a bowl of cereal, much less this, whatever the hell's going on here. Like, thank you for the lurk. This didn't happen. So I'm still adjusting to the idea that I am a creative, but I've had enough time now to experience it, you know, from that point of view. No, I would not want to work for me. I would not want to deal with me. I would have slapped me by now. Magic Spoon wouldn't need creativity. That's because Magic Spoon tastes worse than cardboard. Whatever incarnation is going on here, just whatever the fuck this is. But yeah, eventually I want to do big things. I want to have the resources to tell stories the way I want to, because you guys have seen it already. You guys have gotten to see the hints at the kind of stories I want to tell. And the reason I haven't told them is because I don't have the means. I don't have the means to do that. I can't make a freaking $10,000 Merryweather Media level lore video. That's not happening. But I'd love to create those kind of things for other people, right? I would love to be able to create like better versions of what you guys saw recently. Where did I put it? I've already lost the video. I don't know where the video is anymore. But like, gonna go down here. This thing was so much fun. And we threw it together in like a day. Day and a half. Like, you mean the lore video? I can send it to you. Wait, send me what in the DMs? Also, I know you guys can't hear it. I have it muted. But like, I just want it in the background while I'm talking about it. Wait, no, do you type of creative that says I like this and last minute goes, I don't like it, it makes the deadline be like next day, or the type actually goes, yes, this is great, we can add to this and let people do their work? Both. Weirdly, I can cycle between both when needed. You make something, let's see. Okay, I'm caught up. I forgot what I read earlier, but also forget a new idea every 5 minutes too. Yeah. Reason my current boss is the former type. She has no idea what she wants to say several times. I don't like this and that. Can you make this do a lot of work? Final minute. It's like for tomorrow. Yeah. Like, also this anime intro stuff. God, I wish I didn't do that. But there's all kinds of things, little things in this video. I think some of them you might not even register until later. Which is kind of what I'm banking on. I'm hoping there's some things that went entirely away from your gaze that you have not noticed yet. And even as many times as we've watched it, as many times as I've played it, there are still things that I have dropped in this video I have not seen a single soul bring up. So I know I hit it pretty well. And one of them was not even a tiny detail. It's in plain sight and you guys can't see it. And it makes me so happy because I'm planting seeds and you guys can't tell. This is my first time seeing it. Well, it's on my YouTube channel, !YouTube or !YouTube or YT. If you want to go to my video, watch it. Also, please subscribe, like the video, and comment. I would do a lot for me. I'm trying to grow the channel, please. But yeah, Hockey, hello, welcome in. Hockey's also seen the video because I forced it down the throat in a VM, or a VC rather. But yeah, yeah, that was I made that video, and like that is my version of small scale. I want to do bigger stuff. I want to do way bigger stuff. And yes, have seen to enjoy. Thank you. But yeah, I want to make cool stuff. And I am hitting my limit. And that's what makes me so upset, is I am hitting the limit of what I can do. I cannot draw. Right? Drawing is outside of my purview. I can't do it. Part of why I'm a live 3D, like I'm a 3D model. I'm not a live 2D model, which, by the way, if anybody thought I was a live 2D model, I'm here to break your immersion. But anyway, like, I want to do cool stuff. I want to build big things like Astroline. I want to create cool stories for people to pick apart for years because they're still trying. Somebody's still finding little things. I want to make an ARG. Or sorry, I would like to write an unfiction. But yeah, like I want to make stuff like that. I want to write cool stuff that people like take forever to pick apart. Then you learn how to make a cool model like the one you're using right now. Mine was thrown together, to be honest with you. But I've been learning on the fly, because if any of you saw my first model, you're probably looking at this model. I can understand why some people are like, holy crap, at my current model. For anybody who hasn't seen it, I will show off the first model. If I can find it. Archive. Yeah. Say hi to my first model. The first one I ever made. It is, this is about as basic as you can get. Half the stuff doesn't work. I had no idea how to, like, remake expressions. It was about as thrown together as you can get, which, if you recognize the boots, yeah. Wait, you have it archived? You didn't delete it? I deleted the very, very first model, the first model you ever saw on stream, the pre-transformation model. I deleted that. That is actually gone. I was not kidding when I say I deleted it. But this was my first, like, main model. So this one was there. What you're also seeing is a lot of improvements being added by Evenin, the rendering program I use for my 3D model. My eyes don't even work. I am looking around right now and the eyes are not moving. They go up and down and that's about it. That was the wrong avatar. I loaded up the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, I loaded up the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. That's the correct one. Here, I got a little better with things. I got a little better with texturing and modeling. Like, there's some scuff pieces. Like, I didn't match up the line on the bandages here. It's the same on this arm, but I can't lift that one up right because my mic is in the way. But like, yeah. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. So yeah, like this one was, this was a lot of scuff, and if I open my mouth too much, or did I fix it in this version? I think I fixed it on this one. My teeth used to come out the bottom of my jaw. Yeah, I noticed the whole eyes thing. Yeah, I had, this is still the wrong model. Oh, and also my eyes, like, you can see I was starting to learn the eyes thing. That is not an expression toggle. That is happening in real time based on my face. It's that if I, like, this is like my natural eye opening level, like my neutral. And if I open past that, the irises shrink. That one took me longer to figure out than it should have, to be honest with you. But if I could find the proper one. I must not have ever finished this avatar. I'm guessing I never finished it. There we go. Now we're back to normal. But yeah, what's behind your eyes? It was static. And in the correct version of the model, which I can't dig up right now, the model actually had moving static. Do you use VC Face? No, I use a program called Evenin. because I know my southern accent is butchering that. Vignon. It's by a creator named Cividrol, who has made a whole suite of programs for VTubers, released them absolutely for free. I am using both her program, which allows me to do a lot of other cool stuff. Like when I get raids, I have a big message come in. It's also where I put all of my, whenever you see an object hit me, or if somebody redeems bang and sees me go flying backwards, like I designed all of that in Vignon. And the phone app I'm using, because I don't have an iPhone, I'm using an Android phone, and I'm using a program called Meowface. Same person. I would recommend looking into it. I still fully believe that Vignon is the most comprehensive 3D model program available for VTubers. Yep, that one also does it. I forgot to say ow. But yeah, I have progressed a lot, but I am still I am still an amateur when it comes to this. And so I would say with a little bit of digging, a little bit of practice, you can make what I'm making. I promise. Basic tutorials will get you this far. And just poking around, figuring out how stuff works. I will give you a head start, right? If you are looking into creating a model like mine, you need to learn about the VSF avatar format, and you need to learn what Poyomi shaders are. Those are my 2 hints. Trying to tell you about those 2 things would be full streams of them in and of themselves. And I am terrible at making tutorials, so I'm not going to teach you how to do this stuff. Those are just my 2 hints. You want to look into what Unity shaders are? You need to learn what VRM Tune is. Once you learn about the VRM format and you learn what MTune is, then you can start branching out into stuff like Poyomi. And in order to use Poyomi, you're going to have to know VSF avatars. But that is your long-term goal, is figuring out those. Learning Poyomi is good for VR chat too. Yes. But what's great is all the VR chat tools are starting to benefit us as VTubers. It's starting to work outside of VR chat. People are starting to adapt the VR chat stuff to work for us. So we're getting all of the cool tools, and I love it. But yeah. Anyway, I got big plans for the future. It's gonna take me a little while to get there. I'm waiting for pieces to get into place. Welcome home. I'm waiting for a few puzzle pieces to fall into place, and I can't force them. And I'm switching metaphors. I'm playing a chess game right now. I'm waiting for some of the pieces to get into the right places, and once they are, checkmate. You guys are gonna get blown away by what I can do. I'm just stuck right now. I have to use more limited methods of creativity in order to tell y'all the story I want to tell and do the things I want to do. But once I am there, it's gonna be nuts. Also, I don't know how to play chess. I don't think that's relevant, though. But yeah. Let me drink something again. Hold up. I can teach you chess. I'm here to tell you you're wrong. I'm sure you could teach someone chess. You can't teach me chess. Many have tried. It's frankly a little embarrassing. No. Okay. Okay, so you know chess, right? Let me explain to you how bad I am. Okay? I decided I wanted to learn chess because I had a couple of friends who were big into chess in a Discord server I was in, and I was like, and they kept saying like, you should learn, join in. And I was like, you know what? It's time I get over this hump. It is time I get over this hump. I learn this game. Like, I am going to kick this game's ass, and I'm going to become a beast at chess, right? So I went online and I started a game. Does anybody know what a fool's mate is? You know what a fool's mate is? Let me give you some fun statistics about a fool's mate. Because you're about to laugh. The fool's mate is considered the fastest checkmate possible in chess, and you have to meet very, very specific requirements to make it happen. It requires movement. It requires starting out as white. It requires playing on white. It requires moving two very specific pieces to do two very specific spots. It is considered one of the hardest things to do by accident. With an amateur chess player, somebody who at least knows the basics of the game, has a 1 in 100,000 chance of doing. And it is said that it is next to impossible, 1 in several million chance, that somebody who is just starting out chess for the first time is going to do on their first game. So estimated, I had a 1 in 25 million chance of doing a fool's mate on my first game ever. And I did it. I am almost impossibly statistically bad at chess. I am not savable. You can't teach me. Many have tried, many have failed, and I am a statistical anomaly. What I'm saying, and to simplify it, what I'm saying is I'm fucking stupid. And you can't fix stupid. You can fix a lot of things, but you can't fix stupid. I teach you to play still. I might take you up on it one day, but you're gonna look at me by the end and go, how? How is this possible? DMU a video of full mates in action. Okay, hold on. Yeah, which actually a distinction I share with Jay Schlatt, of all people. But that wasn't even his first game of chess, if I recall correctly. And it might have been for content. But regardless. Also, why can't I hear the sound? There should be sound for that. Did I forget to put the sound in? I'll have to check that. But yeah, this was...
I go first?
You go first.
All right.
You said you were gonna beat me at chess.
Yeah,
I
no. I know. No, watch.
Mm-hmm.
G4. Get the bishop out.
I'm just gonna play simple chess. I'm just putting my pawn in the center of the board. Nothing
Okay.
secret.
I move my... She's not gonna see this fucking coming.
Yeah, this is for content.
Schlatt.
That was absolutely for content. But yeah. As of right after the video, I'm so sorry. I guess we're breaking for the ads at the moment. Interesting. I didn't get any ads. Do you have Twitch Turbo? And or are you using an ad blocker? I don't think so. Depending on where you are, excuse me. Depending on where you are, you could you might not be able to get the ads. It costs more on phone. You can blame Apple Store. You can blame Apple and Google for that. They charge a 35% fee, where basically they take Google and Apple whenever you do a transaction through their stores. And if you use their phones, you have to go through their stores, which is actually the source of a lawsuit right now. But whenever you do a transaction on there, they take 30% of what you would make on that transaction. So a lot of companies have had to raise the prices for stuff on mobile. You can blame Google and Apple for taking a huge cut. But it is a source of a lawsuit because Apple and Google are forcing you to use their app stores, and they're forcing app developers, if they want to publish to Android openly, they have to use one of their app stores. And if you want access to all those extra tools, you have to use the app store. And if you use the app store, well, they get a cut of it. So they're literally funneling people and forcing them to do it. Apple is worse than that. Bunny, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, nowadays, Apple will charge you an insane fee. And I think they charge monthly in order for you to have your app up. Actually, no. You have to pay monthly for the developer license just to be able to make the app in the first place. Then you have to pay to get the app up on the market, and you have to pay regularly to keep it on the market. And they take 30% per sale. Like, Apple drains people of money. It's also why I used to develop apps, and people kept asking, when are you going to release it for iPhone? When are you going to release it for iPhone? Never. Fuck Apple. I'm not paying them that much. Oh, and they had the stupid restriction for the longest time where you had to have an Apple computer to publish an Apple app. You had to buy an iMac or a MacBook in order to develop an app to be put on the App Store. You couldn't publish it from Windows. So there's even more cost. So in order for me to be able to publish my app, a single one of my apps, which by the way, their developer license and App Store fees are per app. And I had 2. So if I wanted to publish them to the App Store, I would have had to pay several $1,000s for a Mac, for an iMac, or whatever they call their fucking Mac Pro, whatever. I would have had to buy one of those for a couple $1,000s, and then pay like $120 up front for the developer license or something like that, and then pay a maintenance fee on that regularly, and pay per app to have them in the App Store for an app I was releasing for free. It had no microtransactions, it had no ads, and it had no upfront cost. I charged nothing. I made no money from it. I released it for free because I usually release my programs for free. And Google charges a $25 fee once, purely to prove that you're not a scammer. What app are you making? Can't tell you, it's gone. But yeah, Google charges $25 one time so that you can prove your identity, and then they never charge you again. So I was like, yeah, it's only going on the Play Store. Fuck Apple. I'm not spending thousands of dollars to publish it on another platform. They can kiss my entire ass. But that is why Twitch subs and bits and a lot of stuff costs more on mobile. You can blame those companies, but especially Apple, because they set the precedent. Apple is a bad apple. Don't say bad apple, it's gonna start playing. I see it not being worth it. Yeah, I can't talk about what the apps are. Not in this. I keep that separate. And my Android developing days are behind me. I don't want to do that anymore. That was a nightmare. I don't remember what I was talking about. But anyway, you came in the middle. Hi, Bunny. I don't know if you're still here. Good to have you. Welcome to my streams. I get caught up in rants a lot. My Android developing days are in front of me. It's funny. I'm still here. Hi. So yeah, I just wanted to say hi to you properly, because I was just like, hi, welcome, and thanks for the follow. Anyway, Apple. It's like, let me give me your proper hello. Also, I keep thinking about it, right? And you have the Twitch badge on your name just like I do. So I'm trying to think if we ran across each other at some point. I'm sure we had to have at some point. I actually think I remember seeing your badge. Did you we did? Okay. I met so many people at TwitchCon. I'm still trying to sort them all out. It's been a month and a half. But I met you with Evan. Where? So I was with Evan a good bit during that week. By the rest area. Oh, the VTuber, the unofficial VTuber hangout spot. Actual audio of Nat trying to remember something. All right, look here, okay? Yeah, Zombies booth. Okay, yeah, that's where I was thinking I saw you. But yeah. There was so many people. At one point, that got so crowded that I think I just slinked off because I was just like, There was one point I was actually trapped there between a bunch of creators because I was just like I'm sitting there between like Kitty and Evan and Poppy, and I can't move, and I'm like, okay, I'm just here now. I don't know what I'm too small to be here. But which has just been my mantra. I'm too small to be here. I don't know where I am. But speaking of being too small, that segue makes no sense. I wish I could have gone to TwitchCon maybe next year. Yeah, I'll wait till next year, honestly. It's actually, TwitchCon was fun. TwitchCon Vegas was a lot of fun. It was too expensive. Vegas drained me of everything I was worth. I left. I left with almost $1,000 in my pocket. I didn't gamble. All I did was fucking eat and survive. And I came back with like 30 bucks. Like, that city bled me dry. I barely even bought anything at the con. I bought like 2 keychains. I bought a zombie keychain, like a zombie guts keychain, and I bought a Hitting It Pancakes keychain. That's all I bought at the con. That's all I could afford. But thankfully, TwitchCon is not going to be in Vegas again. They said that they confirmed that literally 2 days after the con was over, and half of us were already home. Like, one of the event managers, like the event manager or somebody, one of the higher ups in Twitch was just like, it's not going to be in Vegas, but we can't say where it's going to be yet. So I was like, oh, that's good. I'm glad. Hopefully wherever it is, well, I mean, wherever it is will be less expensive. Unless they decide to put it in the middle of fucking New York, which you know they're going to put it in the most expensive part of New York. So it's just going to be inaccessible. Next, it might be in Dallas. God, I hope not. Actually, there is somewhere that there is a distinct possibility that TwitchCon could pop up on the East Coast. And if that happens, I'm not going. I would rather go to Vegas again. Even though, and remember, I said I would never do Vegas TwitchCon again. I would rather do it for a second year in a row than to go to TwitchCon Atlanta. Fuck Atlanta. Atlanta is absolutely the worst. You thought Vegas traffic was bad? That wasn't nothing. Like, you could probably walk across the city faster than you can drive across it. Not really financially viable to go to US cons. Yeah. I mean, if I'm somehow filthy rich by next summer, I might go to TwitchCon Europe, depending on where it is. But, because there's a lot of people on the Europe side that I would love to meet. But, and I know that they can't get over here because flying to the US is stupidly expensive. I was honestly, I felt and was impressed by every single European that was at TwitchCon Vegas, because they not only had to fly from Europe, they also had to bounce across the US as well. It must have cost them thousands of dollars just to go one way. So fucking 07s to all of them and their bank accounts, because that's also why I'm hoping for an East Coast TwitchCon, because that might cut the cost for Europeans to come over to the US for TwitchCon. Like, that's kind of why I would love to see that happen, but I don't see it happening. I think at worst we'll end up in, like, I think we might end up in Dallas or Austin, or we're going to end up back in San Diego or Seattle. TwitchCon Savannah, nah. They're here. So I can already tell you what the requirements are going to be. It has to be a city with a large convention center. It has to be a city with plenty of hotels, and it has to be a city with direct access to an international airport within the city. And that narrows down to so many less places than you would imagine. Like, the cities that TwitchCon could feasibly go to based on their rule set, including some rules I didn't list, narrows it down to maybe like 10 cities across the US. And it has to have an international airport that has a lot of direct flights to and from it. Which is another thing, which is why part of why they picked Vegas when they lost out on San Diego for a year. They picked Vegas because there's so many direct flights there. San Diego also has a lot of direct flights. TwitchCon Charlotte, I would fucking love TwitchCon Charlotte. Are you kidding me? I'm only like 2 hours away from Charlotte. Not even 2 hours. I'm not going to reveal exactly where I live, but like, Charlotte is a day trip from me. I can go home from TwitchCon every day. But no, Charlotte, you know what? I actually, no, they couldn't do it. Charlotte Convention Center is not designed for something like TwitchCon. It would, because I've been to the Charlotte Convention Center several times. It's not built for TwitchCon. It would not fit there at all. It would be a nightmare. I haven't been to any cons outside of Denmark, but I would like to sometime. Maybe we'll get TwitchCon Denmark. They seem to be pretty set on having TwitchCon Europe in a different place every year, so it might come around sometime before we're in our 60s. About to make a joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. TwitchCon Vatican. I'm pretty sure the number of people that went to TwitchCon Vegas outnumbers the number of people in the Vatican. We would just take over the Vatican. Like, we would absolutely force them all out. That city cannot fit TwitchCon in it. Like, physically could not fit it in. But yeah, I would, no longer the Holy Land. This is the land of the weeb. Furrycon Vatican. Rainforest Vatican one. The Vatican population is 7 to 64. Yeah, TwitchCon Vegas would have easily cleared that. Literally my town that I live in right now could clear that. And I live in a tiny town. Like in the low 4 digits. Low 4 digits. The power of God and anime. I do have to go soon. I'm actually 22 minutes over when I thought I would end stream. Because I was only scheduled till 9 p.m. and it's currently 9:22. So I do have one last thing I want to show off. Which you guys are going to clown on me. But you know what? If it's gonna happen, I've put up to task something to happen, and it's entirely up to you guys. I have no say in this. If I can get 500 Twitter followers before the end of this month, I will cover the Zenzawa copy pasta wrap. Full stop. I will not play it on here. You can keep that in your dream. But if I hit that 500 followers on Twitter, I will cover the copy pasta wrap and post it to Twitter. So, yeah. So if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me. And if you could, retweet this so that maybe more people could see it. And I can absolutely freaking embarrass myself on the internet. 500 is a long way to climb because I'm barely over 200, I think, or under. I don't even have 200 followers. I have more followers on Twitch than I do on Twitter. But yeah. Actually, Nuzzle's pencil is on you. Yeah, like you'll get the whole thing. I already have the instrumental. I've prepared for the possibility that you guys might actually pull this off. So, yeah. Although I regretted the second I posted this because I immediately went, 500 is too low. I thought about deleting the tweet, but before I had a second thought and went to delete it, somebody had already retweeted it, and I'm like, well, too late. I'm gonna talk to Sora. He might want to force you to. The only way it's gonna happen is if I reach 500 followers, and currently I'm at 163, so y'all got some work to do. Well, you guys can't see it, but I just had a little pop-up come up that gave me like extra stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna regret this. Oh God, I can see my notifications ticking up. I hate it here. Oh no, it's already happening. Also, Hard Drive Mag called out horny people for directing all of their horny into the game Hades. And I retweeted it saying, looking at some of you. Some of y'all just horny. But yeah. You know what, chat? The longer I look at this ambient occlusion thing, I'm not a big fan of it. We're turning it off. I'd rather go back to simple flattening. It makes me look too 3D. Hades is a great game. Yes, people are just horny for it though. My eyes just went in the wrong direction. I just watched one eye. I watched this eye go and this eye go. Like, can I make that happen again? Can't even go cross-eyed. I'm back. What did I miss? Yeah, I guess I'll show it off again. If I can reach 500 followers before the end of December, I'm gonna do a cover of the Senzawa copy pasta rap, which you're probably like, what's that? You know what it is. You know what it is. And I will post a cover of it to Twitter. If I hit 500 followers before the end of December. If that doesn't happen, never happening. I won't cover it. However, on related news, when I first started streaming, I said that somebody suggested that I do a cover of CPR. I said the only way that was going to happen is if somebody donated $10,000. I was like, you guys are going to have to raise $10,000 in order for that to happen. I'm not destroying my career 10 seconds after I get here. But now that it has been some time, that cost is going down. All right, I'll take care now. Okay, have a good night. Oh my God, yeah, you should be asleep by now. Which I'm about to end stream anyway. But yeah, I will. Now the $10,000 is still there. Technically, actually, it'll be less. I made an announcement. Why would you do this? Now I think the goal is for like $5,000 or $6,000. I will produce an entire meme album. Yeah. But that didn't go happen, so. And we got to hit very specific requirements. It's not just money. But there could be some parody song covers in the future. This is just my first experiment. I'm trying out Cult of the Lamb's marketing strategy. But anyway, yeah. Which 500 followers was my original goal when I first started streaming. Or it was like 500 or 200, something like that. But I wanted to reach a certain amount of followers before like 1 year, before my 1 year anniversary. And we seem to be well on that way, on the way to that. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream today. Let me see if I can find somebody to follow or to raid. Thank you all for watching me today. I really appreciate it. It was nice getting to chat again, getting to talk to you guys, because I feel like I haven't really been able to do that to extent since since coming back on my re-debut. Raid these nuts. I hate it here. Gotta find somebody who... You know what? Let's raid Liz. Because Liz is trying to draw sea animals from memory. Or we could raid Meowchi, who is on the road to 1,000 followers. He's also currently playing Fortnite. If you want to watch Lethal Company, you can take your pick. Everybody's playing it. I feel left out. Meanwhile, my dumb ass is like, I'm gonna play Suika game this week. I'm behind. I'm so behind. I might as well become the Internet Explorer VTuber because at this rate, I cannot keep up. Actually, you know what? Let's go for a different mood. I wish I could have heard the start. But it was just me calling it cute. What would I have to talk to Mary about? And you know what? Let's change up the mood a little bit. That's what this has all been about. And this will give you a little bit of preparation for later on this week when we play the Complex Found Footage. The Internet Explorer VTuber. As long as I don't do the same anime girl as he did, Microsoft can eat it. But yeah. So please don't have your room settings weird. Okay, cool. We're gonna raid Juzo, who is playing a game called Lost in Vivo. Also, Juzo was amongst the people I met and hung out with at TwitchCon. He is a good bean. It was a pleasure meeting him. But, that was weird. Anyway, aren't we all good beans? No. Some of you are just beans. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow, where I'm going to play some Suika. And, yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, please go enjoy Juzo. Say hi. You guys need a raid message. The raid already went through.